welcome to Secular Advocacy TV.
Thank you for good presentation. I need to chip in something before I, drop some questions. Religion has expired, just as you rightly said, and why it is still being sustained is because it is just a form of political movement. The Roman Church, the Catholic Church, started as a political movement, not for any other thing, not for any other thing. So when other counterparts began to understand that this is political, Martin Luther left. When Martin Luther left, King Henry, King Henry VIII of England also left because they are all in that together. They are all in that together. They know that it is politics as usual. He left and founded the Anglican. So through the influence of John Calvin and John Knox, the Presbyterian Church was also founded. So these are business political movements, just a means of gaining control, in the words of Sigmund Freud. So it's just a means of gaining control and nothing more. So it has actually expired in Nigeria, in the words of Iroh Chijioke. Now, to our guest, we have some questions which we need to answer within few minutes so that we can wrap up the show. I'll give you all the questions so that you can answer and we wrap up the show because of time. All right, the first question is, so you are saying that religion makes us homo fides instead of homo sapiens. That is number one question. Then number two, the question is, do you think the killing in Plateau State of Nigeria is motivated by religion? That is number two question. Then number three question is, what do you mean when you said we should learn to acknowledge our ancestors? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? In fact, the producer should put on that slide where our dear humanists say that we should learn to, acknowledge our ancestors. Finally, you hinted on the negative effect of child indoctrination as one of the dangers of religion in Africa. So, what do you think? What do you suggest we should do to end the child religious indoctrination in Africa? All right, let's take your answers.
Talking about religion not making us Homo sapiens, anything that does not allow you to think or to make use of your brain is making you less human. And that thing is a scam. That thing is not genuine, it's not real. That is why when you see scammers, all these scammers that call on phone, whenever they call you, one thing they hate is you questioning them. Once you begin to question them, they will get angry. So anything that does not allow you to think or use your brain, that thing is not good. That thing is not going to improve you. That thing is making you less human being. That thing is not for your own betterment. That's a concern that. Then talking about the killings, yes, a lot of killing. Religion is one of the things most people have died for in history. When you talk about the Crusades concerning Christianity and Muslim, religion has killed a lot of people, has killed more people than it has saved more people. So not only what happened in Plateau, a lot of things happening in Nigeria, in Africa. Most of the killings are being motivated by religion. Okay, because religion is one thing that makes you to act without thinking. And anything that makes you to act without thinking is very dangerous. And our politicians in Africa and Nigeria are utilizing this weapon. That's why when you look at the last election, it was a battle between the Muslims and the Christians. The politicians going from one church to the other to campaign, going from one mosque to the other to campaign. So our politicians, our leaders have realized this. So they use it to commit atrocities. Because religion is one thing that controls people totally, that makes people to act without thinking. And anything that makes you to act without thinking is very dangerous. Now, talking about solution to child indoctrination, we have to start with our curriculum. We have to understand that why they introduce education to us is not to develop us mentally. is not to actually teach us to think independently or to be better human beings. They introduced Western education to us for us to just learn how to communicate with them, because back then they needed labor and language was a problem. So they had to introduce that for us to learn how to speak and write in order to communicate with them. So we are still working with that model. We are still going with that system. So we have to start with our educational curriculum. We have to start with what we teach our children. We have to start with the pictures we have in our homes. When you go to our homes today, you see the picture of Jesus Christ is white, the picture of angel is white, the picture of Mary is white, the picture of everything is white, but the picture of Satan or the devil is black. Go to schools, pictures everywhere. So we have to start with what we show our children, what we tell our children. So parents have to learn how to present the right thing to the children. You have to teach the child that your destiny lies in your hand. You become whatever thing you put effort, you work on to become. You can save yourself in any situation. You are the change you need. So when you start teaching the child, telling the child right out from the word go, from the age of 0, you see that child will grow up to know that he has the ability to achieve whatever thing he wants to achieve. So we have to start with what we teach our children in school, what we teach them at home, where we take our children, what they watch, the kind of things we watch. So it's something that everybody has to join hands. The kind of policies our government make, it saddens me when you go to our schools today. Religion is one of the compulsory thing. If you want to study law, religion is one of the things, one of the courses you have to pass for you to study law. So we have to take note of that. We have to scrap that. When you go to some states in US, they have banned religion from their schools. So we have to look at our curriculum, restructure our curriculum, the kind of pictures, the kind of images we show our kids, the kind of films they watch. Look at our Nollywood today. It's always a battle of supernatural being. This one will carry Bible, pure. This one, the native doctor, will, at the end of the day, the one with the Bible. So when people watch all these things, they think that the only way they can defeat natural problems or physical problems is by them praying, by them raising their Bible and all those things. You see the children growing up with that mindset. When they grow up and have their family, they'll teach their kids this kind of thing.